Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us in the First Alert Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chandler Jordan, and we've got a brand new update coming into the First Alert Weather Center that we wanted to let you know about. Tropical Storm Helene has officially formed. It's been given that designation by the National Hurricane Center, and we still have First Alert weather days in place because of the rain and wind that'll build in late Thursday and into Friday with this system as it rolls through. Rain totals of 3 to 5 inches across much of South Carolina. We're going to have some strong gusts of wind as well Thursday night into Friday morning with Helene as it rolls through, and we can't entirely rule out some areas of flooding or a quick tropical spin-up tornado or two out there Thursday night and into Friday morning. Here's the latest satellite loop of newly developed Helene in the Caribbean Sea this morning. The reason why it was officially able to be given a designation of a name by the National Hurricane Center is because of the enclosed center of circulation. Still a relatively sloppy storm, but it has plenty of time to get its act together, and it will as it moves through the Yucatan Channel and into the Gulf of Mexico a little later today and into Wednesday. It will strengthen at that point into a Category 1 hurricane, and it'll continue to intensify rapidly as it moves towards the Big Bend of Florida, eventually potentially making landfall as a major hurricane of Category 3 strength on Thursday. The timing of that will fluctuate a little bit, but for now it looks like after lunchtime during the afternoon and evening is when we can expect Helene to make landfall within Florida, and from there bring some heavy rain and gusty winds into the Carolinas, noticing that the center of the storm near the state line of Georgia and South Carolina on Friday morning. It is weakened at that point after making landfall, but the storm itself will encompass much more of an area than just the center. So we're still going to get some rounds of rain as well as some strong wind gusts to build their way into the Midlands. Thankfully, not that bad out there for us today. High pressure in control. We had a couple of showers earlier this morning. Much of the same can be expected this afternoon, a summer-like day with a couple of pop-up hit or miss showers and storms. But really, I think one of the main things we're going to have to keep an eye out for with Helene is going to be some of these rounds of heavy rain that are really going to make their way into the Carolinas. We're talking at least 1 to 3 inches for all of us in the Palmetto State, and the farther west you go, the more likely you are not only to get 3 inches of rain, but also to have some of these totals get closer to the 4, 5, and 6 inch mark. I think that can't entirely be ruled out in places like Newberry and Saluda counties, but the more definite area that gets upwards of 5 to 6 inches of rain will be our friends in the upstate, as well as across central and northern portions of Georgia near Athens, Macon, as well as Atlanta. So we still have our First Alert weather days in place for Thursday and Friday. That'll both be because of the impacts we get from Helene starting later in the day Thursday, overnight, and into your Friday morning. Good news, though, is that by the weekend, a lot of this moisture gets on out of here. Saturday looks mostly dry with a high in the mid 80s, low 80s out there on Sunday, and temperatures will gradually continue to cool off as we head into next week. So we wanted to give you the first alert of Helene forming in the Caribbean Sea. Again, this designation is just a technicality at this point. The storm is actively strengthening as we speak, so just please be prepared for that and keep on guard as we head into Thursday and Friday. Of course, for your latest forecast, you can always head over to our website, wistv.com. If you click on the First Alert Weather tab, from there you can check out our rotating article. We've got a fresh one that just got updated with the new information about Helene, and you can continue to get your latest hour-by-hour forecast if you head over to our website or at any time if you want to access this information while you're out and about on your Tuesday. Thankfully, we still have time until this arrives. If you have any preparations you need to finalize, today and tomorrow will be your days to do it, because by the end of Thursday, it'll be way too late at that point as Helene makes landfall and then eventually moves towards the Carolinas. Stay safe out there and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and thanks for watching us here in the First Alert Weather Center. I'm First Alert meteorologist Chandler Jordan.